If God is real, why does so much evil exist in the world?
Because as real as God is, so is the enemy. Satan is also real. Demons are also very real. We act like the existence of God all of a sudden means that there's not an enemy out there waiting to devour us, that wants to see you fail, that wants to see you not go into eternity with God. So point number one, God didn't bring evil into the world, we did. Romans chapter 5, therefore, just as sin came into the world through one man, talking about Adam, and death through sin, and so death spread to all men because all sinned. So in the beginning, God created the world perfectly. There was no death. There was no pain. There was no suffering. Because of our rebellion against God, that allowed evil to enter into the world. Then came death. Then came pain. Then came suffering because of our own doing. Sin has consequences. There are consequences when we rebel against God. Point number two, James chapter 1, verse 17 says, every good gift and every perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of lights, with whom there is no variation or shadow due to change. So everything good and perfect comes from God. Point number three, 1 John chapter 2, verse 16 says, for all that is in the world, the desires of the flesh and the desires of the eyes and pride of life is not from the Father, but is from the world. So all of these negative things, desires of the flesh, the desires of our eyes, lust, pride of life, these things are not from God. These things come from us, our rebellion. When we look at the Bible, we see that God gave mankind dominion over the earth. Now, we don't understand fully what that means, but what we do know is that God, to some degree, entrusted us with his creation. God also gave us the power and choice to either love him and walk in obedience to him, or to reject him and walk in disobedience to him. When we chose and continue to push God out, that invites evil, that invites sin and bad things into the earth and into our lives. And this is the trap that we have fallen into generation after generation after generation. And then we have the nerve to ask God, why is there so much evil in the world? Why is there so much pain, suffering, death? Maybe it's because we're not as good as we think we are. Maybe it's because we only have ourselves to blame. And that is why we are in desperate need of a savior,